Welcome. I am happy to invite you to this discussion at Udakakalam. The topic that I am going to discuss today is the Kalaignar Mahalir Urimai Thittam. Kalaignar Women Rights Grant Scheme introduced and launched by the government of Tamil Nadu during the birth anniversary of C.N. Annadurai, former Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. This particular scheme is addressed towards female family heads of Tamil Nadu. On certain criteria, the beneficiaries were chosen for this scheme, and the highlight of the scheme is that every month 1,000 rupees per head is directly transferred to their savings account. There is no intermediary. Cash transfer is not done. It's a direct digital transfer to individual female heads of families of Tamil Nadu. So it is not given to men, or it is not given to other dependents of these women. It is directly given to them. That is one aspect of this scheme. So every month 1,000 rupees. Therefore annually they are receiving 12,000 rupees. This is first of its kind in the country. Though there are many schemes for women in different states, and even central government is having many schemes for women, those schemes are specifically addressed. They are special schemes. Either it may be for weaker sections, or it may be widows, or it may be for some of the specially addressed women. But this is the only system in the country which provides for the families of all women selected on a certain criteria. Okay, now for this scheme to be introduced, the government of Tamil Nadu worked for a very long time. This was a poll promise. Now, the scheme started much earlier. The preparation for the scheme to be launched started much earlier. And then after collecting data from different sources and analyzing the criteria, and after confirming that this scheme is beneficial only to the eligible housewives, they have launched the scheme on this 15th of September 2023 on the birth anniversary of Anna, the former Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. Now, coming to this scheme, the women who were interviewed for the past few days after the launching of the scheme, they suggest that this will be much helpful to them in empowering them as equal to men. Now, as we all know, the Indian society is a male-dominated, male-chauvinistic, male-powerful society. So, for so many years, women were treated, or women were discriminated against, and women were always below men. That was the attitude that is prevalent in the society. Now, this particular scheme tries to address, or tries to bridge the gap between the status of men and women. And in that sense, the real empowerment of women has taken place in Tamil Nadu. That is what the whole of India experts, sociological experts, economists, and other anthropological experts have opined that this particular scheme is a scheme of empowerment to women. And even after so many years of Dravidian rule in Tamil Nadu, there are still some gaps to be filled. It is in this count that the particular scheme of this Kalaignar Mahalir Thittam comes in handy to the women. And as acknowledged by them, this amount transferred to them is giving a free hand for them to spend or to save or to take care of the necessary or expenses that are very crucial to them in the day-to-day running of the family. And they need not depend upon men for their help. And in the families, as usual, we know that always women, especially the homemakers, are looking forward to men to get even a small amount of expenditure to be made in the routine. In that sense, this particular assistance is helpful to the women folk of this state of Tamil Nadu. And then it gives a psychological impetus to them to look equal to men of this state. And it is in this sense that the economists have told the media that this particular scheme is making women equal to men in some aspects. For example, in the day-to-day running of the family, women has got the upper hand. By means of this particular scheme, they need not look forward to receive help from men. They can make the expenses on their own, and especially the ordinary expenses like medical treatment or buying provisions for the family, or giving tips to the small children for their daily expenses, and even taking care of the aged people in the family. This particular amount will be very much useful and helpful to them. And imagine the day on which the particular amount was transferred to them. If you see the visuals of women receiving the amount, you can see the amount of happiness on their faces while acknowledging and thanking the government for this scheme. So that is the real empowerment. The empowerment is not necessarily in the empowerment of cash and other things. Psychological feeling that they have received some amount which they can spend on their own, which they can save, or which can help them to meet out the day-to-day expenses at their disposal, gives them the real empowerment. Another is the psychological feeling. The psychological feeling that we are empowered with some amount, that also gives them a lot of strength. So, Shakti, or women are equated with the concept of Shakti, that is the strength or the energy. In this particular instance of this scheme being implemented, women feel that they are strengthened to a larger extent along with menfolk of their families. And then government already has got many schemes in favor of women in this state of Tamil Nadu, especially the recently launched free bus travel to women on the ordinary buses throughout the state has already empowered them, and they are acknowledging with much gratitude. In addition to that particular scheme, this scheme comes in handy in meeting out their needs as well as the needs of the families for which they are the real heads. Though men are symbolically considered as heads of the families, it is women folk that is in actual control of the family. They are the ones who actually maintain and run the show every day. It is in that sense that this scheme is a real empowerment to them. And we will let us see that there may be some problems in implementing the scheme, or there may be some problems in selecting the beneficiaries, but those things are to be corrected or remedied upon based on the feedback received from the general public. There are some criticisms that the scheme is not properly implemented, but over the course of the time, as they receive feedback, definitely they will address those problems, and finally this scheme will be a pioneer scheme. This will be a role model scheme for the other states to follow in the future. With this, we will wind up this particular discussion. Based on feedback from all, we will be having some more discussions on this topic in future. Share, comment and subscribe. We will meet on another occasion on another issue. Thank you.